Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with a video for Brawl Stars? Well, yes, actually, I do play Brawl Stars a fair bit. I'm not particularly good. I don't make content for Brawl Stars because I kind of don't know where I would fit in that. Most of my content, historically has been things like tips, tricks, guides, and tutorials, and there's so much of that already on YouTube from people who are so much better than I am that I kind of never really saw the point of getting involved in making content. I play the game, but there's no real point in me making content. That said, though, if you play Brawl Stars and you would love to see some content from me on this, do let me know in the comment section down below. I say at the beginning of every video, let me know what content you'd like to see in future, either by commenting down below, or by finding me on social media, yada yada yada. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see if you think I should be making Brawl Stars content. Anyway, other than that, of course, like the video if you enjoy it, come find me on social media, and follow the channel if you're not already for all things mobile gaming, and maybe some more Brawl Stars content if that's what people want to see. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about the Brawl Pass and just Brawl Stars in general and where I think it's at. Now, before we get involved in this one, I do need to say, look, I love Brawl Stars. I think this is one of the greatest games on mobile. I think this is one of the, the shining examples of mobile done right. The controls wouldn't work easily on other controllers and other systems due to the whole sort of 3 sticks. You've got your standard, your movement stick, your aim stick, and your super stick. And I just think it works really well on mobile. I think graphically it's very aesthetically pleasing, it's got some cool game modes, and I think Supercell have an absolute winner on their hands here. I mean, it's doing incredibly well. Esports-wise, I think it could be more, but player base-wise, this game is huge, and Supercell are rolling it in. So that brings me to the Brawl Pass, Supercell's new way of monetizing the game. Now, prior to the Brawl Pass, of course, every time you went into your events, any new events and playing through actual games would earn you tokens. 100 tokens would earn you a Brawl Box, and every time you completed an event for the first time since it opened, you would earn a star that you would use 10 stars to open a big box. That was fairly cool, an interesting system, and the biggest complaint that people had was that legendary brawlers were just too rare, that people who have been playing the game since launch have still not got any of the legendaries. Now, spoiler alert, let's start off by pointing out that I'm not even yet at 9,000 trophies, but I do have every single brawler in the game, with the exception of GALE, at least rank 10, and at least power level 9. Everyone is power level 9, most of them are power level 10. I have no qualms dropping a bit of money into a game that I enjoy, even if I suck at it, and even if I get super salty. One of the big things with me and Brawl Stars is that I do get really, really quite upset at bad teammates, and I get bad teammates entirely too often. I need to just find a group of people to play with more often. I know it's me that sucks most of the time. I know I'm mainly just blaming teammates out of salt, but there we go. It's what I do with Brawl Stars. It's a love-hate relationship. Anyway, the Brawl Pass. So, Brawl Pass comes in 2 varieties. Like with any Battle Pass, if you've seen these in the past, you know what we're talking about here. The free pass starts with a big box and then gives you Brawl Boxes, Big Boxes, Gems, which are no longer available in boxes. They only come from this track now, or via purchase. Big Box, Brawl Box, Big Box, 50 coins. Wow. Big Box, Brawl Box, Mega Box at 10. That's cool. I like that Mega Boxes are a bit more of a thing in this. And as you go along, there is something at every level on the free tracker, which is good. I actually really like that the free tracker is the one that has something every level, and it's the paid one that has the gaps. Look at that. 27 and 29. Paid Brawl Pass, nothing. Ideally, I'd prefer there to be something on every level. Why not just shove 50 coins on 29, or a standard Brawl Box, or just 50 token doublers, or something, for crying out loud. But if you're going to have gaps, I'd rather they be on the paid, not on the free. Give everyone who has access to the Brawl Pass something at every level. And it actually stays pretty exciting most of the way up. I'll be honest, every 5 levels is a Mega Box, all the way up to 60. At 60, it's at 58, you get, 59, you get the Mega Box, and then at 60, you get 500 star points, which is awesome, and a bonus Big Box at the end. But to me, I like that. The free tracker is pretty cool. The paid tracker, so far for me, has been okay. Possibly I'd consider it a little underwhelming. Mega Box right out the gate is really cool. Big Box, 100 coins, really? Big Box, 100 coins, Mega Box. I get that they don't want to give the whole ship away for, what, 5-10 bucks? Can't remember exactly how much it was now. But, it's kind of a mixed bag. 100 coins never particularly feels good. 200 coins never really feels good. I like that the pins are on here as well. The fact that Gale's on there is really cool. I do like the fact that Gale gets a skin at the end as well with Merchant Gale. What I don't like, though, is how Chromatic works, and that's what we're going to move into next. This is my little gripe section on this video. So, I know a lot of people who have been playing free-to-play fairly heftily since the game launched. Now, whilst I clearly have no problem, dropping money on a game, and I believe that you should drop money on a game. I believe that being militant free-to-play, getting upset if a game kind of makes life easier for people who pay, or sitting there going, oh, I think it's unfair that, I've been playing since launch, I haven't spent a dime on the game, and I have no legendaries. I get both sides of that. The game is free to play. The game is, it's completely free to play. The level ups don't really do enough that it becomes overly pay to win. There's an element of pay to win. I would argue it's more pay to advance faster, because once you reach a point where everyone earned their way up to power level 10 characters, kind of like I'm getting now, I clearly have, dropped a decent sum of money into this to get so many power level 10s, but I'm still less than 9,000 trophies, because my skill, I use the power level to pad for my skill, and my Zimbabwean latency. But yeah, ultimately there's going to come a point where, those additional levels, me being level 10 doesn't help me just power through and beat level 8s. Those level 8s are close enough that they kick my ass. I see both sides. I see that the game is free to play, but if you've been playing it for a year and a half, or however long it's been since it launched, crikey, is it nearly 2 years now? If you've been playing this game for 2 years and you've never dropped any money in it, you can't overly complain that you haven't got full access to all the characters. Yeah, I'd like to see the legendaries be a bit easier to get, and the monetization leaning more on the skins. To me, skins is a great way of monetizing a game like Brawl Stars. I would like genuinely to see that legendaries and all of the things be dropped in boxes that little bit more likely. I would have liked to have seen on the Brawl Pass, in all honesty, guaranteed legendary, guaranteed mythic, guaranteed new brawler, something like that along there. That to me is amazing. So Chromatic, the way that Gale works as a Chromatic Brawler, obviously you can get him at level 30 in the Brawl Pass if you pay for it, or you can get him through boxes. Now currently he is Legendary Rarity. At the end of the season he will drop to Mythic Rarity, then after that season he will drop from Mythic down to, is it Super Rare? Epic. After Epic he'll drop down to Super Rare, then to Rare. Which means eventually he will become available a lot easier, but that doesn't help people. You've got people who are complaining they still don't have Crow after 2 years of playing completely free. That, to me, 2 years of grinding. Yeah, okay, they've not paid, but they are playing actively, and they are supporting your game by giving the people like me who pay opponents. If it was just the people who paid, there'd be fewer people to play against. Longer queue times, fewer opponents. I might get some better quality teammates, but, that's not the point. I would have liked to have seen Gale either guaranteed on the Brawl Pass, like drop him at level 1 even, or level 10 on the Brawl Pass. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to hit 30, but still, it's a long grind to get to him. They're hoping that people obviously will just keep going through the boxes and get him that way. But the fact that he's not on the free version, I think that ultimately, even having him at level 60 on the free version would have been awesome. That would have been a really nice gesture. I would have loved to have seen some, guaranteed brawlers along here. It does annoy me that all of these shiny new, 100 points here and things like this, any of these that I've here, 2,600 brawler points, another 50 there, are useless to me until I hit level 30, unless I'm lucky enough to unlock Gale before then. I just think that there have been so many complaints in the community about how long it takes to unlock brawlers. I think something that would have made it easier to unlock brawlers would have been a really nice gesture and a really good move, but that's not what Chromatic is. So I don't hate Chromatic as a sort of concept, I just hate it because I'm disappointed in it, is a better way of saying it, because it's not what I think they should have done. I think that ultimately Chromatic is a great system, but it doesn't address the problems that the community currently have. Anyway, so continuing on talking about the Brawl Pass, we've talked about what's on it and what that all means. How do you actually get up it? Well, obviously, when you play, you get your tokens. Obviously, I'm out of tokens at the moment. Token doublers go in the bottom left and give you your boxes. Rather than just being Brawl boxes, they are now levels on the Brawl Pass. You can see I'm only level 16. I don't play all that much. I play casually when it comes to Brawl Stars. But you can also do quests. Now, there are sort of semi-daily quests, which are usually on the far left of the screen here. Win 3 games with Brock, deal 90,000 points damage with Mortis, win 1 game in Big Game, but that's 1 of 5. Those will run out in 20 hours, 21 hours. All these other ones here on the right-hand side, you can see these don't have timers. These just keep on going. So the fact that I need to heal 60,000 points of health with Poco and 60,000 points of health in Solo Showdown, God, I'm not looking forward to doing either of those. I don't enjoy Solo Showdown. I don't enjoy Poco. But I've got 44 days and 20 hours in order to get that one done, which gives me plenty of time to do it. Oh, I've swapped to Crow. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to quests. I think it's because I tapped through here. That said, though, I do like as well that as you scroll down your brawler list, you can see here that Bull and Brock on the right both have these tick marks, which means there are quests available for them, like Poco there. If I go into the game modes as well, Showdown, Solo Showdown, you can see has a tick mark on it because there are quests available for it. I do like the Hot Zone is back as well. I love Hot Zone. So ultimately that's pretty cool, and I like the fact that it does force you to play differently, even though it now means I've got to play games with like Bull and Poco and Mortis, 90,000 points of damage with a character that I absolutely detest. I'm not looking forward to doing that one at all, but I probably will do it, just because I want to level up. To me, it's a little bit grindy. I get that, like here, the 100,000 points of health in Bounty, that's designed that over the 44 days, you have 44 days to get 100,000 points of health healed in Bounty, but it feels so slow, and there's more being added all the time, which kind of adds a layer of confusion. It's cool, I like the variety, I just think it's a little bit too much on the lengthy ones and not enough of the quick-fire short ones. It's a mobile game. I want to feel like everything I'm doing has an immediate impact. Heck, I would be quite happy to have, rather than here 3 dailies, I'd rather have 6 dailies, and rather than win 3 games with Brock, have win 3 games with Brock, win 3 games with Bull, play 3 games, win 3 games of Gem Grab, deal 6,000 points of damage with more, basically make them quick-fire ones. Have more of them to do, but make them easier to do. I would rather that, rather than it being, 100,000 points of health in Bounty, I would rather it be 10,000 points of health in 10 different things. Kind of is what I'm getting at here. But anyway, those are just... Oh, no, sorry. Those are just my thoughts and opinions on the Brawl Pass and the state of Brawl Stars as it stands. I do love the game. If you're playing it, let me know. Add Captain Benzie. Come join me. I would love to be playing some games with you and climbing up the ladder and actually doing well in this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Come find me on social media. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the state of Brawl Stars right now, of the Brawl Pass, especially whether you think it's worth the money, whether you think it costs too much, what you think of Chromatic and GALE in general, that kind of thing, any sorts of thoughts regarding Brawl Stars at all. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for listening. Happy sailing, and see you in whatever event we end up teaming up to do together, because I need your help.